Hi, y'all. It's Jamie for Pixie Dust Designs. Today we are using the No Bunny Like You die set from the new spring release. This die set cuts out two cute bunnies, all of their nice little layering pieces, their bodies, their heads, the grass, ears, cottontail, and then you have some stamps for the face and a sentiment. This is what it looks like when these bunnies are done and kind of coming together in a cute little hug with their cute little bunny faces. So very adorable. I chose to do a trio fold card for this bunny scene. So I have all of the pieces cut out and I'm just layering some purple paper. It's not even cardstock, it's just some paper. And I'm putting that as the background for our cute bunny scene. I also chose another pattern paper that has these fun flowers on it. I thought it would be a great way to bring in spring and be, again, a cute, nice little element to go behind our sweet bunnies. For this, I am die cutting out a couple of different rectangles. Actually, I cut it out about 3 different times because this is going to capture our sentiment and be placed on the inside of our card. So I move on to actually doing this sentiment. I have my cardstock in my positioner, stamp positioner, and I'm inking that with some black ink. And as you can see, it stamps beautifully. And I love the sentiment. There's truly no bunny like you. Amazing. What a great sentiment to have, especially for Easter and spring. I throw some clear embossing powder over that and set that because I want there to be a little bit of a shine since I'm not doing any inking or other colors with this. I layer all the pieces together and put them on the background piece that also is a little bit of the edge of some of that flower to kind of bring that to the inside um, as well. I thought it would just be cute. So I do. I think it looks adorbs. And this is how that will sit in there. And then that top fold of the card will, kind of kiss the nice sentiment and it will stay in place so that our card with our cute bunnies can be on display. I already die cut all of the pieces of our little bunnies, but I wanted to do some inking around them. I put that darker base layer of the pink bunny aside because we don't need to ink that. I just wanted to show that that is a base layer and I cut it out of different color cardstock. So I'm taking some ink and going around the edges of my die cut pieces. I wanted them to have a little bit more depth and dimension to them. So I do that for the pink bunny, the yellow bunny, and the blue bunny. The yellow and blue bunny have a little bit more pieces to kind of, add some inking to because I wanted their bellies, that base layer and the bellies that peek out, to be a little bit darker. It's just another way that if you did not have additional colors of cardstock, like I did with the pink bunny, that you could do this yourself, just building up ink and layering that on. I do the same thing with the inner parts of the ears because I really wanted there to be some contrast. Then I need to stamp my little bunny faces. So these bunny faces are very cute. You can see one looks kind of one direction, the other looks another direction. You can kind of tell by the little pushed up cheek. That's the only way I know how to describe it, is if you were turning, your shoulder was hitting your cheek and pushing that up, that's kind of maybe what would happen. Your cheek would just kind of go up and you would have that extra little I guess, cushy fold of cuteness there on your cheek. So that's what I'm looking at and that's what I'm going to actually place onto my bunny face. And here is an example of what that looks like. So I'm trying to make sure also that cute little edge is where it needs to be and the eyebrows. So the eyebrows, I have turned my bunny head to be as, straight as possible. And then I'm trying to line those up against the top of the head. So even though our bunny's head is tilted on the actual base layer, I'm stamping it where it's straight on so I can have the proper alignment. And here's what that looks like. Very cute. Very, very, very cute. So I go ahead and I complete all of the bunny faces for the other two bunnies. They are actually facing the same way. So I keep everything kind of positioned and I know where I need to go ahead and stamp down. We can then begin building up our bunnies. So I'm starting here with this pink bunny and putting the head on that fits just perfectly. The thing that I forgot was I didn't need to glue the head completely on because that bunny's body, I guess, where the arm is going to go, actually needs to go underneath the head, but also the arm. So the arm needs to kind of fit under there as well. And so I don't want to glue that down yet because I want to be able to position that exactly where I need it to be. I complete putting together the bodies of our other little bunnies, though, because they're going to go on the exact same way. So, with this one, the body of the bunny that has that arm coming off of it actually lays on top and kind of over the head of the bunny. I can then finish putting on the other little elements, meaning the pieces that go inside of the ears, as well as the cute little bunny tail, which I just kept out of white cardstock because I loved the little contrast. And you can see that with that blue bunny up there. Just totally cute. Love it. Now we can get our bunnies to kind of come together. So this is the way our bunnies need to look. I want the arm positioning to be in the proper place. So my yellow bunny is going to be hugging my pink bunny. And since that arm for the yellow bunny is already fixed, I need to figure out the placement of the pink bunny's arm. So once I have them kind of lined up where I think I want them hugging and how I want them positioned, which to me, that belly of the pink bunny kind of fits nicely in the curvature of the body that goes to the arm of the yellow bunny. And so once I have them kind of set how, I want them positioned, I can then take some glue and I can position the arm exactly where I need it to be. So here's how you can kind of see where that placement's going to go. Just a little dab of glue. I don't do too much. I just do the end in case I need to reposition or move that. I don't want it to be completely stuck down and then I have a hard time. Once it's where I want it to be, I can then glue the neck, that bottom part of the head down where it comes over that arm. Then I can glue the bodies together and my bunnies are going to be positioned exactly where I need them to be. I make sure that any little bits that are going to be touching are glued so it's really secure, especially since this has some elements that are free floating on our card and not the entire body is stuck down. I cut the grass out of pattern paper, glitter paper, and matte cardstock because I wanted a whole bunch of different options and didn't know really what I wanted. In the end, I decided to layer the grass that I'm putting on the front of the card where my bunnies are going to sit. So it has a little bit of some glitter cardstock with the mat. The back pieces that I'm gluing on now is just some matte cardstock in green. And I wanted a little bit of a peekaboo effect coming out from behind my bunnies. So that's what I'm doing. I kind of position them in a little differently on each side, just so it wasn't exactly the same. And then once that's glued down, I can turn my card over and I can lop off the excess bits. I tried to do this with some smaller scissors and realized, oh, no, I need my longer scissors here. So I lop off the extra little bits. I didn't really need to worry about the inside pieces, but I don't know. To me, I needed to do it. Just I had to. And then I can go ahead and I can put my layered grass down on the front, and this is where my bunnies are going to sit. I can then take my liquid adhesive and I can put that on the back of my bunnies and then glue them down. This is why I wanted my bunnies to be really hugged tightly together because I knew that they were a little free floating with their ears and some other places, and I didn't want them coming apart. For the front of my card, I'm going to take that grass element and I'm going to put that on the front as well. So we have another little bunny sitting in the grass. I do some layering here. I take of the matte cardstock grass and I put that on the back side and layer the glitter grass over that. I think this just added some extra interest. It made it cohesive from the outside front of the card to the inside of the card as well. Plus, I don't know, adds an extra dimension and some layering, and I absolutely love that. It gives a really grounded place, grounded place for our bunny. So I'm putting my bunny where I want the bunny to be, but I only glued the bottom because I have a flower that I want my bunny to be holding. So while the bunnies are meant to be hugging, you can use this singularly and make the bunny hold something. So that's what I decided to do. It's holding this fun flower and it had some additional elements of purple and sparkle to it. And then once I have my flower in place, I can go back and I can glue down my bunny so it is secure against the background of my card front. I have a sentiment that says Happy Easter. And so I'm going to put that on the front of my card as well. Just a little dab of glue on some foam adhesive to pop that sentiment up a little bit. And then we have finished our card front. And I think that it's very cute. So here is our entire card using the Pixie Dust Designs No Bunny Like You die set with the stamp and the bunny faces all included. I think it turned out so cute, that fun bunny holding the flower on the front. And then we have our additional inking that really makes some of the elements of the bunny pop. And then, of course, it's holding the flower instead of hugging. Open it up to the inside, our bunnies pop up, they're hugging, and we have our there's truly no bunny like you sentiment, and then it sits up on display. I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching how you can use this set in a couple of different ways. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be reminded of more crafty fun in the future. Take care.